So I'm a pediatric cardiologist. I do cardiac MRI, which is like MRI for kids and adults with congenital heart disease and kids with other kinds of heart problems. And then I do a lot of research about how we use cardiac MRI to improve care for kids. When I did my rotation in medical school in pediatrics, that's when I realized that it's a lot more fun to play video games with kids than it is to just talk to adults. and I think most kids do well even when they're sick, and their mood is usually good, and they're just higher energy. And I felt like that meshed with my personality really well, where I got to still be a little silly, but also be serious when we needed to be that. In clinic, I see kids of all sorts with congenital heart disease, or even chest pain or syncope and things like that. But when we're getting a cardiac MRI on a patient, that's usually because we think that there might be something wrong. Like, is the heart pumping right, or are all the parts in the right place? And so most of the time, patients getting a cardiac MRI, we already know that they have heart disease, and this is follow-up for them. But sometimes, we get patients that we don't know what's wrong with them, and the cardiac MRI helps figure that out. My mom says she knew I was going to be a pediatrician since I was 5, but I didn't believe her. Being a parent has made me a much better pediatrician. So I understand why parents are nervous about their kids. Even when it isn't something that they ought to be nervous about, when their kid is doing fine, I still get it. The main advantage of being a pediatric cardiologist and working here is that we get to provide excellent care for kids, that it's compassionate, and it's evidence-based as best that we can do. And I like going home and thinking like I've done a good job, where the patients that I took care of that day were satisfied. I really like being outdoors, so I think Cleveland is a great place for that. There are lots of parks that my family and I have already been to here, and we're excited to see what spring and summer will bring for us.